Now it's time to hear the interview I did when I was out and about at the Healthy Living Centre at the first meeting of a new project with artist Esther Collins. The project is called Good Tidings. It's a project that's been initiated by the Whitstable Biennale and has funding from Ideas Test. This is what Esther had to say when I spoke to her all about the project. Firstly, thank you very much for talking to us. I was hoping you could introduce yourself to our listeners.
Yeah, sure. I'm Esther Collins and I'm an artist working on a project called Good Tidings with Whitstable Biennale over the summer of 2015 on the Isle of Sheppey.
So I was hoping you can tell us a little bit more about the project and what's been happening here today as well.
Yeah, the project is called Good Tidings and it's a new creative group for people that live or work on the Isle of Sheppey. And the idea is to get a group of people together who are interested in finding beautiful things. And in terms of beautiful things, these could be things that people have made, or places they think are beautiful, or things that are extraordinary on the Isle of Sheppey. I've been spending a lot of time on the Isle just looking at things and places on the island, and it's been really amazing to see the ways in which people are creative here. And for example, I met a guy who runs an amusement arcade in Laysdown who found an amazing driftwood shark washed up on the beach, and it turns out he also makes lampshades from fruit machines. And then there was another guy that I met, Then there's a guy I've been looking forward to meeting in Minster who apparently has a scale version of a gypsy and traveller caravan attached to a mobility scooter. These are the things that I find beautiful and extraordinary on the Isle of Sheppey, but other people will want to collect other types of things. And I want to gather a group of people to be collectors, to document things in some way, and perhaps create an archive of beautiful things, and also run a couple of events along the way to find even more beautiful things. So today has been the first get-together, but there'll be future meetings in the next couple of months. And as I said, there'll be 3 public events during the summer on the Isle of Sheppey that we're hoping to present some of the things that we've collected and invite other people on the island to contribute their ideas or objects of things that they think are beautiful on the island.
So how did the project sort of come about?
It kind of all started with the name, and the name of Tidings. So the project is called Good Tidings, and tiding is actually the word used for a group of magpies. And obviously magpies are well known for their interest in finding beautiful things. With Whitstable Biennale, we won a bit of funding from the Small Commission Fund from Ideas Test, and Ideas Test is the Creative People and Places programme for Swale and Medway. So as I said, my partner in the project is Whitstable Biennale, and they're a festival of contemporary visual art which takes place every other year, and in Whitstable, which is only 3 miles across the water. And I became interested in how to find ways to link the festival and the island. And by that I mean the island of Sheppey. There's a possibility that this group could present something at the festival in the future, and which might be a talk or a little intervention or project, something like that.
So who should get involved then?
It could be anyone really. It could be artists might be interested, but also enthusiasts of all kinds. Today at our meeting we've talked about people who collect particular types of objects, and they could be anything as obscure as a keyring collection, or a member of the group's really interested in tyres, for instance. And equally, it could be someone who makes watercolour paintings, or, as I've already mentioned, someone who finds driftwood and makes artwork out of them. So anyone with an interest in finding or looking at beautiful things and a real sort of enthusiasm for the Isle of Sheppey would be great. And also, not everyone will want to join the group and take part in actually organising events, but they might just want to nominate a beautiful or interesting or creative thing, which could be great too. And so we've got a project blog site which people can upload images, they can email images to, and we're also setting up a Facebook page for the project, so there's lots of ways that people can get involved.
So what are those contact details?
So you can email me directly, and my email address is Esther Louise Collins, so that's ESTHER Louise Collins with 2 L's, and that's all one word, at gmail.com. Or you can call Catherine, who is the project partner from Whitstable Biennale, and her number is 079 57 57 5794. And you can also look out for flyers, which we've been putting up in cafes and venues all over the island. And we have a website, as I mentioned before, and the address of that is Good Tidings Isle of Sheppey, which is one word, .wordpress.com. And if you're a tweeter, you can get us on @CatherineAHerb.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to tell us all about this project and what you've been doing today as well.
Well, thank you very much, Daniel. And as I said, we really look forward to hearing from all the creative and people with an interest in beautiful things on the Isle of Sheppey.